It was good news for Celtic earlier today in the transfer window when they signed HYEON-GYU. But now there is some bad news with Jenz leaving the club and Giakoumakis accepting a move to the MLS. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. Celtic have been busy bringing players and they haven't really lost anybody this transfer window apart from Giakoumakis, which we all knew was going to happen, but it looks like they could be losing two players very soon, and in fact they have already lost one of them. Now, I use the term lost loosely because technically he is only on loan. He would be returning to his club at the end of the season anyway. However, Jenz has agreed to terminate the loan deal and he will return back to Lorient after appearing to, for some reason, fall out of favour at Celtic. He doesn't appear to be in Ange Postecoglou's plans. He pretty much hasn't been able to get a game. He has fallen way behind Carl Starfelt in the pecking order, and then with the arrival of Kobayashi, it pretty much meant that Jenz's time at Celtic was up. Jenz went on though to thank Ange Postecoglou. He was grateful for the opportunity and the time that he had at Celtic, and it appears that he really liked to play under Ange Postecoglou. This whole deal just kind of surprised me, in fairness. I actually thought Jenz, when he did play, looked a good player. Now, I can't really compare him to Kobayashi. I haven't seen much of Kobayashi other than like 5-minute highlights of the game against St Mirren, I believe it was. But if we're comparing Jenz with Starfelt, this is going to be an unpopular opinion. I know no one's probably going to agree, but I actually think Jenz looks better than Starfelt. And if I take Kobayashi out of the picture, if I was picking a centre-back partnership with the current defenders at Celtic, it would be, well, I guess he's not current anymore, but it would have been Carter Vickers and Jenz. I think Jenz offers more than Starfelt. I think he just looked a better player. I don't think he looked as error-prone. I think Carl Starfelt's always got mistakes in him. I think Jenz looked better on the ball as well. I just think he was the better player. I think he was a better defender. I think he was a better centre-back. I think he fitted Ange's style more than Starfelt did, but maybe not. Maybe Ange mustn't feel that way for some reason. Jenz hasn't started a game since the World Cup. Now, could it be down to fitness issues, or could it just be down to Ange believing that he's not good enough to, he's not better than Carl Starfelt? I don't know. But it is a bit strange that Jenz, before the World Cup, he was beginning to feature more. He's beginning to make his way into the team. But, like I said, since the World Cup, could not get a game, couldn't get any playing time, and then now he's decided to cut his loan deal short. So I don't think it's a massive loss for Celtic, because either way, the chances of him playing at the moment are pretty low. You would have to say he would have been fourth choice behind, obviously, Carter Vickers, then you've got Kobayashi, Starfelt, and then Jenz. So it looks like he was fourth choice, and that's probably why he's decided, look, there's no point me being on loan at Celtic if the lack of game time, the lack of minutes. So being third choice centre back, you'll get your opportunities, but when you're fourth choice, those opportunities would be few and far between. So probably Jenz thought it would just be a better idea to cut his ties. But I mean, if I was a Celtic fan, I'd be a little bit annoyed. I certainly think he's better than Starfelt. Can't really comment on Kobayashi, but I think Jenz is someone that he'd have possibly would have liked to have made this loan deal permanent come the end of the season, but that's not going to happen now. So I guess Celtic will have to live without Jenz. And speaking of another player they could be living without, it is Giakoumakis. He has agreed to move to Atlanta United. Atlanta United made a move for Giakoumakis. He's decided he wants to go to Atlanta. The only problem is Atlanta and Celtic have yet to agree on a transfer fee, but it does look like Giakoumakis will be leaving and he will be going to Atlanta as soon as Celtic and the American club get the right figure, the right amount. What would be the right amount? I don't know. I mean, we've seen offers as low as $3 million for Giakoumakis in this transfer window. A lot of Celtic fans believe that they should be getting closer to double figures. I think probably somewhere in between. I'd say he's better. I think he's worth more than $3 million. I wouldn't say he's worth 10. He is 28 years old, and he's a good goal scorer. I won't deny that, but I don't think he's a good footballer. I really don't. I don't think he's got a great touch of the ball. He doesn't really have any pace. Yeah, he's got a bit of a physical presence, and like I said, he's got a good finish to him. I'm not denying that. But in terms of his work rate, in terms of his overall play, to me, he's just like, he's a guy. He's just like a target man. He's a bit of a poacher. I just don't think there's much to his game other than scoring goals, and it baffles me that. It does baffle me that for some reason he has kind of been viewed by a lot of Celtic fans as a better player than Kyogo, especially Ryan118. That just proves to me that Ryan118 doesn't know what he's talking about football. There's no way this guy's better than Kyogo. He's simply not. I mean, you watch the two of them play. Now, could you argue he's a better finisher than Kyogo? Maybe, but still, this guy's missed a lot of opportunities as well. I mean, I feel like Kyogo kind of becomes like the what do you call it, the whipping boy or whatever, he becomes the scapegoat a lot of times, especially in the Champions League. But this guy missed chances in the Champions League as well. Let's be honest, it's not like Kyogo missed all of Celtic's opportunities and this guy scored them all. It wasn't like that at all. Giakoumakis, I can remember, had quite a few chances in the Champions League, and he missed them as well, especially against Shakhtar Donetsk. He had the best chance of the lot probably, and he missed the target. So he's a good finisher. He might be slightly better at finishing than Kyogo, but I wouldn't say there's that much in it, and Kyogo's overall gameplay is just far superior to Giakoumakis. Plus, with the new signing of course, HYEON-GYU, then, Giakoumakis is surplus to requirements, really. I don't think Celtic really need him, so if they can get some money for him, then I guess that's a good deal for them. Look, they'll probably get at least what they paid for him. They'll make a little profit. They ain't going to make a massive profit. But then again, how can you expect to sign somebody and then he gets older without really setting the league alight, and then you want to make more money on him? You want to triple his value that you signed him for. It doesn't make any sense. So I think if Celtic even make a small profit on Giakoumakis, I think they've done themselves a pretty good trick there in the transfer market. In terms of Celtic news, that is pretty much it. Charlie McCann did leave Rangers on a permanent transfer. I thought that was a bit of a surprise. I thought Charlie McCann had a future at Rangers, but it turns out he does not. And that's pretty much it in terms of Old Firm. Kevin Nisbet did have one bid turned down from Millwall by Hibs, and now it looks like Millwall are in again with another bid, and this time apparently they're offering a package worth up to 2.3 million with add-ons. So will be interesting to see what Hibs say now. He has 18 months left on his contract. I don't think he's going to sign a new deal. He's pretty much said he's unwilling to sign a new deal. So I guess Hibs are in a predicament where if they don't sell him now, his value is probably only going to go down. You could argue that if he has you could argue if he performs from now to the end of the season, they might get more in the summer. But, what's he going to do really? Hibs are at the Cups. I mean, yeah, he's got the league, but so fucking what? He might get called up to Scotland national team. If he does get called up, if he plays for Scotland and scores a couple of goals, then maybe, that could get his transfer value rose a little bit. It could rise, but I mean, still, I just don't really see. I don't really see Hibs getting much more than that now. They could have cashed it over a year ago when they were getting offered, $6 million by Birmingham. I think that was the opportunity, that was the chance for Hibernian, and they probably should have took it, but they didn't. I think it's too late now. I mean, they'll still get a decent amount for Kevin Nisbet, but I think the opportunity, I think the £6 million bids, I think they're long gone for Kevin Nisbet unless he finds some amazing form, over the next few months. Anyway, guys, that is it. Catch you in the next one. Celtic then have signed HYEON-GYU today, but they do let Jenz go back to his club that he was on loan from, and it looks like Giakoumakis could be out the door. Charlie McCann is out the door, and Nisbet might have 1 foot out Easter Road, but we'll find out more if any news breaks. That's it, guys. I'll talk to you later. Until next time, though. Peace.